Dear students, I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this first video on Bellman-Ford algorithm. Now we are given a weighted directed graph. As you see, this graph given is weighted directed graph. And what we want to find out is shortest distance from some vertex to all other vertices. For example, if we take source vertex as S, then we want to find out what is the shortest distance from S to A, S to B, S to C, S to D, and S to T. That is, given a source vertex, we want to find out shortest distance from source to all other vertices. This problem is called single source shortest distance problem. But hello, we have already solved this problem by using Dijkstra's algorithm in our earlier videos. Dijkstra's algorithm can also find out shortest distance from source to destinations. But there is a problem with Dijkstra's algorithm. This algorithm will not work if there are some negative weights. If there are some negative weights to any of the edges, the algorithm may not work. But Bellman-Ford's algorithm will work even if the graph has edge with negative weights. So that's what is Bellman-Ford algorithm. It is actually a problem which is solved even by Dijkstra's algorithm. Both the problems are meant for the same aim. We want to find out shortest distance from source to all other destinations. Now, Bellman-Ford algorithm, we have taken this graph for an example, but Bellman-Ford algorithm still has a problem. There is one disadvantage of Bellman-Ford algorithm, which I will discuss later on. But trust me, for this graph, there won't be any problem, and Bellman-Ford algorithm will find out shortest distance from S, from this source to all other vertices. Actually, this algorithm works on the basis of a term called relax an edge. Relaxing an edge. Now, what this term means, relaxing an edge means, with an example, you just check. Suppose there is a vertex called P and P is connected to Q. Just imagine. And we know that some way or the other, the shortest distance from S, this is the source vertex, shortest distance from S to P. I don't know what that is. We have come some way to P, and the shortest distance from S to P is, let's say phi. So we say this vertex P is at shortest distance phi from the source. And imagine the distance from P to Q. This cost of the edge from P to Q is 2. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I am saying. S is the source vertex, and we have already found that S to P is phi. So distance of P from S is going to be phi, and the cost of this edge is 2. And now just imagine that Q is considered, let's say this distance of Q is considered at distance, let's say 10. That means right now we know that Q is 10 away, 10, distance of 10 away from S. Some way we have found out this distance. So I'll just erase these edges. Now, what do you mean by relaxing an edge? Is that we will check whether the sum of distance of vertex P, let's dP indicate that. dP means distance of vertex P, which is phi, added with cost of P to Q, added with cost of P to Q. Cost of P to Q is 2. If this addition 5 plus 2 is less than the distance of Q, the distance of Q is 7, as 10, as you see, distance of Q I am marking here is 10. So we see that 5 plus 2, which is 7, is less than 10. Then we will update the distance of vertex Q, and we will say vertex Q is not at distance 10, but it is at distance 7. So earlier, S and Q were reachable using some way using distance of 10. But now we are saying that it is better to go from S to P at a distance of phi, and from this phi distance add 2, add this 2. That will take you to Q from S itself. From S we are reaching Q, isn't it? At a distance of 7. So in general, relaxing an edge, let's put up a formula. Relaxing an edge between P and Q here means, let us say that P is at distance of dP, some distance like we had phi earlier. So d means distance, and in the square bracket we have written P means distance of P vertex is phi, and cost of the edge between P to Q is 2. And imagine dq is 10, that is distance of vertex Q is 10. Then what we are going to check is, if for I'm sorry for the edge P comma Q. P and Q are the vertices. For this edge P comma Q, we will check if dP, distance of vertex P, plus cost of the edge P comma Q is less than dQ. So this quantity is phi plus this quantity is 2. Is it less than 10? We are checking, and it is. If this is true, then we are going to update this distance of dq. It will not be 10 anymore, but it will be 7. Hence, what updation we are going to do, if this if is true, we will say let dq change. dq should be equal to distance of vertex P, that was phi, plus cost of distance between P and Q. This is what is called relaxing an edge P comma Q. There was an edge from P to Q, and we have relaxed this edge. Now this relaxation procedure will be done for every edge. We will take each edge and we will relax it. Like when we are relaxing this edge C comma A, just imagine C comma A, what we are going to check is what is DC at that moment. And let us say DC is minus 2. I'm just assuming DC is minus 2. Then this DC will be added to this cost, which is 2 between the edge. So minus 2 plus 2 is 0. And imagine at that moment, distance of vertex A is phi. So we are going to get, what we are going to get is this distance of vertex A will no more be phi, but it is less than phi, isn't it? It is 0. So distance of vertex A will get reduced to 0. Just check the relaxing of this edge again. Imagine for some time that DC is minus 2. Don't worry how we got this minus 2, but distance of C is minus 2 and distance of A is phi. So dA, imagine, is phi. And we are now relaxing this edge, which I am marking. So how do you relax this edge? What is the rule? Check that the edge over here that we are talking about is C comma A. It is C to A edge, correct or not? Then the condition checked will be if DC, the vertex from where the edge starts from C vertex, plus cost of the edge C comma A, if this addition is less than distance of vertex A. Now you observe DC is minus 2 and cost of the edge is 2 plus 2, isn't it? Is it less than dA? dA, distance of the vertex A, is phi. So 0 is less than phi. In that case, what we are going to do is that we are going to update the distance of vertex A. We will say distance of vertex A should no more be phi, but it should be that added quantity, that is DC plus cost of C comma A. Hence, this is 2 minus 2 plus 2, that is 0, will be the distance of vertex A. Note, I am updating it. We have relaxed this edge using the rule. I hope you have understood. In general, I have written the rule. The rule about relaxation is that for every edge, this relaxation is done for every edge u comma v. Remember, u comma v means there is an edge from vertex, vertex u to vertex v. Then what we are going to check is du, distance of vertex u, plus cost. This is cost of u comma v. Whatever is the cost here, is this addition less than dv? That's what has been written here. If it is true, then dv will be equal to du plus cost of u comma v. This is called relaxing of this edge which we are talking about between u and v. But hello, this relaxation will be done for all the edges. So we are going to relax every edge, isn't it? Now you notice in this graph, there are six vertices. Six vertices if you count. Let's indicate that with V. V is 6 number of vertices. And number of edges E is 9. 9 edges are there. Let's indicate that with E. So are you understanding that Bellman-Ford algorithm will relax all the 9 edges one by one? But now comes the big point. These 9 edges will be relaxed 5 times. There are 6 vertices, isn't it? So all 9 edges will be relaxed v minus 1 times. That is 5 times. So first we will run through all the edges. We'll relax each and every edge, correct? Then we will get some result. And then we will again relax all these edges. And again, we will do this v minus 1 times. That is 5 times. And after doing relaxation of all the edges for 5 times, we will get all shortest distance from S, the source vertex, to all other vertices. Let's see with an example. This is the example we are solving. Here is the example we are solving. S is the source. So what Bellman-Ford does, it will make distance of S as 0 initially. I hope you know what I'm talking about. That means ds, distance of vertex S, is assumed to be 0. But all other distances are assumed to be infinity. This is how it starts. Whatever is the source vertex, that vertex has distance 0, but all other destination vertices have distance infinity. That is what has been shown in the diagram below. Let's see the steps. Here we go. Distance of S, as you see, is 0, but all other distances, as you see, are infinity. And now we will list out all the edges in our graph. As you can see, there is an edge from S to A, isn't it? There is an edge from S to A, this edge. This way, I have written all the edges. And we are going to relax each and every edge. So let's try to relax S comma A. I'm striking it out. Let's see S comma A. The edge. I'll better change the color for some time. Let's try to relax S to A. So how will you relax? Is 0 plus 5? You're going to check because it is going to be S comma A. The edge is S comma A. Remember, then we are going to check is ds plus cost of S comma A. Is it less than dA? Correct? So what is ds? ds is 0 and cost of S to A, as you see, is 5. Is it less than dA? And dA, as you see, is infinity at the moment. So phi is less than infinity. In that case, we will make dA equal to ds plus cost of S comma A, which is 0 plus phi. So hence, after this, after relaxing S comma A, the vertex A will be no more at infinity, but it will be at distance phi. I hope you are understanding. So hence, what exactly are we now noting is that after relaxing S comma A, we have got distance of A as phi. Let's take the next edge. I am striking it out here at the bottom in the list of edges, S comma C. Now, if you notice S comma C, this edge should be 0 minus 2, isn't it? Correct? Distance of S plus cost of S to C. Is it less than infinity? Yeah, it is true. So vertex C will no more be at infinity, but it will be at minus 2 distance. Correct? Let's take the next edge. I am striking it out here in the list, A comma B. Now note A comma B, the edge over here. How will you work on this? It will be 5 plus 1, isn't it, over here? 5 plus 1. Distance of A is 5 plus cost is 1. This is 6. 5 plus 1. Is it less than infinity? Distance of B? Yes. So distance of B will be 6. Let's take the next edge, C comma A. Now C comma A, I'm talking about C comma A. Notice this edge. How will you work on this? It will be minus 2 plus 2. Observe, distance of C is minus 2 now. Minus 2 plus 2, which is 0. Is it less than dA? Yeah, very much. So dA, which was 5, will now again change to 0. Great. Let me clear off a few things. Okay. So which edge are we now talking about? This C is at minus 2. Let me update this again. C is at minus 2. Okay, next edge is C comma B. Now C comma B, if you observe this edge, you will add minus 2, which I am encircling right now, minus 2 with 4. And you will get the sum as minus 2. Sorry, 2. I'm so sorry. Minus 2 plus 4 is 2 and it is lesser than 6. So distance of B becomes 2. Let's take the next edge, C comma D. C comma D, this one. It will be minus 2 plus 4. That is 2 again. So distance of D is infinity right now. So we have got lesser distance. We'll update this distance of second vertex. B comma D, I'm striking it out here from the list of edges. B comma D. Now B comma D, you will work out here as 2 minus 1. This 2, distance of B plus cost, that is minus 1, which is 1. And D is right now at distance of 2. So it gets updated to 1. And then we will work out with B comma T. Now B comma T, this edge will be relaxed using the rule 2 plus 3. This 2 plus 3, which is 5. And T is at infinity. So phi is lesser and we will update it. And finally, we will take dt, the last edge. The dt edge will be worked out as 1 distance of d plus cost, which is 1. That's 2. And t is currently at 5 and we have got lesser distance. So 2 is the distance. So now note the distances of S, A, B, C, D and T are 0, 0. A is also at 0, B is at 2, C is at minus 2, D is at 1 and T is at 2. These are the new distances, isn't it? After relaxing all the edges, that's important, all the edges, only first time we have done this. And remember, we have to do this 5 times. This procedure has to be done 5 times because there are 6 edges. So relaxing all the edges is done V minus 1 times. So I'll erase a few things here. Now notice these are the distances that we have got after relaxing all the edges for the first time, isn't it? So I updated the graph. Initially, all the vertices were at infinity, but notice these are the new distances and that have been written on top of each edge. Now we will have to relax all the edges again. So at the bottom of the screen, we have list of edges again, S comma A. Let's try to relax this edge, S comma A. Now what if we relax S comma A? Try relaxing S comma A, this edge. This will be 0 plus 5, that is 5. And 5 is not less than 0 here, isn't it? So you want to update this 0 to a larger distance 5 and we say vertex A remains at distance of 0. Let's relax S comma C. S comma C, this edge will be now at 0 plus 2. This 0, distance of S, plus minus 2. I'm so sorry. So that adds up to minus 2 and vertex C is already at minus 2. I hope you're able to see that. I'll just increase the font. I think that's better. Yeah, this is better. Okay. So there was no change to distance of A and distance of C, isn't it? After relaxing S comma A and S comma C. Now let's take the next edge. The next edge is A comma B. Now when you process A comma B, you will find something interesting. When you relax this A comma B edge, it will be 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 which adds up to 1 and it is less than distance of B. So distance of B changes, it becomes 1. Let's relax C comma A, the next edge. Check C comma A. C comma A, this edge will be relaxed by using minus 2, which I am encircling, distance of C plus 2, which is 0. And A is already at 0, so there is no change made to this distance. C comma B. C comma B, the edge here is minus 2 plus 4. Minus 2 plus 4 is 2. But distance of B is already at 1. So we won't update it to 2. C comma D. C comma D, the edge which I am right now drawing, is minus 2 plus 4, which is equal to 2. But distance of D is already 1. So we won't update it to 2. B comma D. Check the edge B comma D. B comma D, as you see, is 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, but distance of D is 1. So we got lesser distance and distance of D becomes 0. Next edge is B comma T. Now B comma T, this edge will have 1 plus 3, isn't it? 1 plus 3, which is 4. But T is already at distance of 2, which is already lesser than 4. So we won't update this. And last edge is D comma T. Now when you update D comma T, when you relax this edge D comma T, it will be 0 plus 1, because vertex D is now at distance 0. 0 plus 1, which is 1. And vertex T is at distance 2, so it will get updated to distance 1. So after relaxing all these edges S, A, B, C, D, T, for the second time we have got distance as 0, 0, and notice B is at 1 now, C is still at minus 2, but D is at 0 and T is at 1. These are the distances after relaxing all the edges for the second time. And remember, we have to run this loop 5 times total because there are 6 edges, reminding you again. So after relaxing all the edges for the second time, these are the distances 0, 0, 1. As you see, minus 2, 0, and 1. So a refreshed graph I have drawn over here with the new distances. Obviously, we will have to relax all the edges for the third time. But there is something good news here. If you now relax all the edges again, you will see none of the distances changes. All the distances will remain same. Just run through this. S comma A. If you process this edge S comma A, this will be 0 plus 5, which is 5. But vertex A is already at 0, and why will you change this to 5? Similarly, S comma C is 0, 0 plus minus 2, which is minus 2 already, and vertex C is already at minus 2. So there won't be any change. A comma B, you observe A comma B is 0 plus 1, and B is already at 1. C comma A, C comma A, observe this edge C comma A is minus 2 plus 2, which is 0, and A is already at 0. C comma B, observe C comma B is minus 2 plus 4, which is 2, but B is already at lesser distance than 2, then we won't update it. C comma D, C comma D is minus 2 plus 4, which is 2, but D is at much, much lesser distance than 2, which is 0, so we won't update it. B comma D, observe B comma D is 1 minus 1, 1, this one, minus 1, isn't it? Which is already 0, and D is already at 0 distance. B comma T, the next edge, B comma T will be 1 plus 3, isn't it? 1 plus 3, which is 4, but T is already at 1, which is at lesser distance, and D comma T, the last edge, D comma T will be 0 plus 1, but T is already at 1. So what you found here is that after relaxing all the edges for the third time, there was no change in any of the distances. So actually, although we should run this relaxation 5 times, that is V minus 1 times, number of vertices is 6, 6 minus 1 times. But in any of the cycle, if you see that there was no change in any of the distances, then we can stop. Because anyway, even if you run this relaxation 4th time and 5th time, you're not going to get any change, isn't it? So after the third time, we can stop, and these are the distances with no changes: 0, 0, 1, minus 2, 0, and 1. And we have found our answer. Check that answer. Answer is that shortest distance from S to S is 0. Obviously, shortest distance from S to S will be 0. But what is shortest distance from S to A? Now notice shortest distance from S to A is also 0. How you got this 0? Interesting. You just watch. You should first go from S to C and from C to A. That is S to A, isn't it? And the total distance is minus 2 plus 2, which is 0. That's why vertex A was at 0. So how Bellman-Ford has found out correct answer, what is the shortest distance from S to A? Similarly, what is the shortest distance from S to B? It is 1. Just check, S to B can be reached like this: S to C, then C to A, then A to B. Isn't this S to B? S to B, correct? And what is the total distance? Minus 2 plus 2, which is 0, plus 1, which is 1. Observe, the distance of S to B, the shortest distance, is 1. Similarly, S to C, just check, distance of S to C is minus 2. S to C is clearly minus 2. There is no better distance than this. Now S to D is 0. S to D is 0. How you got this? You first go from S to C, then C to A, then A to B, and then B to D. This is the path from S to D, and the total of minus 2 plus 2, which is 0, plus 1 minus 1, which is 0. That's why vertex D is at distance 0. And finally, S to T. S to T, the source to T is 1. You got this one obviously by taking the same path as you took from S to D, but extending the path from D to T will give you 1. That's how Bellman-Ford has found out the shortest distance from S to all other vertices, even if there was a negative weight in, in the graph. Now, there is one problem with Bellman-Ford algorithm. Actually, it's not a problem, but Bellman-Ford fails to find out the shortest distance if there is particular type of graph, which I will explain in the next video. Thank you very much.